So today is April 20th, Ortelius General Working Group meeting. I'm going to put the link to the doc again in the chat in case you don't have it handy. Please sign in and we'll get started here. So just some updates from the coding side. We are making some good progress on the service catalog project. So we're moving along on that front. People have been asking like Taras for some coding assignments. I am going to expand some of the coding that we need to do and kind of spread it out across more people. So I'm going to be working on creating some more issues around that today and tomorrow. And I will assign the issues to you in GitHub. So you'll see those show up as part of that. The detail may not be there 100% because I'm just trying to get it out of my head and into an issue of what we need to do. So please feel free to go ahead and bug me about the getting details on that front. So that's happening, and I'm trying to think what else we have going on.
I've got quite a bit to go over. So
yeah, so that's where I'm going to kind of leave it at the development side at that level. Oh, I did run into, you probably saw a bunch of builds failing yesterday. We had a certificate on the deploy hub side expire in the middle of the day on us. So that's sorted out and all the builds should be back on track. So it just, our ISP messed up in renewing the certificate. So wake up, Sergio. All right, over to Tracy.
All right.
My coffee, sorry.
I have to have my coffee.
I know I have to have my workout in the morning. That's what really gets me going. Okay, so we are exactly 1 month from the May 20th community event that I want to go over today. Made some awesome progress on this. So thank you everybody who just like jumped in and said, I'm going to help. I'm going to be on a panel. I'm going to do a talk. It's been awesome. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go over some of the stuff that we've done so everybody knows where to find this stuff. Okay, so the event page is out there. I will start pushing it out today. So we used this awesome graphic that Sergio gave to us for the website wallpaper, which I'm still eager to play with. And Sergio, if you get a chance, if you could send me an EPS or a PSD of this with the layers.
I send it.
You did? I have so many emails right now. I have
no from I just sent a chat from Discord.
Oh, okay. Because I think what we can do for the website is not that this is part of the discussion. I think we can automate this part of the
animated.
Yeah, just this.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we also have so let me jump over to it. So we have 8 o'clock will be our beer and donuts. We will be giving out our badges at that point. Some of you maybe have already received badges. We'll get a status from Siddharth in a sec. It will all be on there'll be the join the celebration Zoom for the beer and donuts is posted right here. And then here's a link to the Discord channel if you don't have one, and we're going to record all of these. So I'm up for a 15-minute intro, and then Aditi will be doing domain-driven design, and Garima, which she can't attend these meetings because she's got stand-ups at work, she will be recording it. If there's anybody who wants to be the host for Aditi, please let me know. So anybody, the job of the host is to make an introduction and then ask questions at the end. Since these are recorded, we won't have a chance for Q&A, so we will think of some Q&A questions ahead of time, and the host will ask those questions. So if you want to do that, I think we're missing 2 hosts.
And
right
also,
now,
also what I've seen when we've done the DevOps world, that you'll have Q&A going on the Discord channel as well. So if you can be available for your session to hang out on Discord and answer questions, that would be helpful. Sorry, Tracy.
So once we get everybody lined up, we'll just have a meeting of those and we'll talk about how we're going to go about doing it, or at least review it when you do your recording. I'm trying to make this as efficient as possible. Sasha and Karam will be doing observability versus visibility. Sasha is going to be the presenter and Karam will be the host. Pitfalls of a monolithic practice and a microservice architecture. Sergio will be doing that. Since I'm recording this one, I listed myself as the host. Again, if there's somebody who wants to be a host for Sergio, let me know. Mooney and Bimmy are going to be doing Know Your Blast Radius. Thank you, ladies. We just kind of added that to the task. And Atul will be will be hosting for you. This one will be a fun one. This is probably one of the most important topics, and Sergio will prep everybody for that because in this discussion, when you have a monolithic sort of environment where you're putting everything and every application has all the microservices in each namespace, you struggle with knowing where you need to update things. So these two kind of go together. And then we're going to do a GitOps panel with Christopher Hicks and one of our individuals from Australia, Brad McCoy. And I'll be hosting that and recording it. So all is out there. I'm going to start pushing this today, and I'm going to be making social networking cards for each of these. So I do need good photos. If you don't want me to use a photo that I find on LinkedIn, please send it to me. And if you don't know my email, I'll put it in the chat in a minute. Or Steve, put my email in the chat for me.
In the chat.
A link to the doc. You mean a link to this blog?
Oh, okay. So on the blog.
Yeah,
right,
this is just
I'll grab it from there.
Yeah, it's just a blog. Okay, so that's all set up, and we're going to start pushing that out. So the sooner, if you want to step up to be a host on either of these two, do let me know sooner than later so I can get the cards out. The other thing that we finished is, which I'm super happy about, we finished the badging program. So here is a description of the badging program. It has links to all of the steps for getting to these different levels. So for example, if we look at the Ambassador Bronze badge, it should go to the link for the, and here's the public page that says what you need to do to earn that badge. So we are pretty much all set to start running with our May 20th event and get some of you started on receiving badges. Cool, huh? I'm excited that I got all this done. Some of you got an email that if you are doing a recording, please reach out to Garima sooner than later. This is the 20th. We'd like to get all the recordings done by May 10th. And Sergio, I'd like to pick on you to go first for a recording.
Sure.
Because that way we can show Garima how we want it to look. Which just means that sometime the week of May 4th, if we can schedule a recording to do that and get it done, then Garima will know what it needs to look like for the 3 she's going to do.
And also, we're going to do an introduction at the very beginning of the whole thing. So if everybody could turn your camera on and just say the word welcome, and then welcome to the Ortelius Microservice Visionaries Summit. So just kind of do welcome, and then pause, and then do the welcome to the Microservice Summit. If everybody can send that with their, just do it on Zoom or whatever you have for recording. I'm going to splice together a little intro to launch off the whole show.
We could just do it on this, Steve. That way you don't have to splice it together.
It'll be easier if everybody just sends. I'll put a.
No, because not everybody has access to Zoom to do recordings.
Yeah, Majas. Very okay.
Well, we'll figure it out. If
I
you,
think
if
that-
you're able to do a recording, send
I-
it to me.
I think that 2 weeks from now, we make that part of our community meeting and make sure that we get as many as we can through.
Okay.
the,
That'll work.
yeah, because we could just record it now, and we could have each of you, turn your camera on and say welcome. So yeah, we're gonna try to make it as fun as possible. We probably won't have. It'll be just us attending, no doubt. We might have a handful, but the point of doing this is to create some excitement around the product, to let the CDF know that we're pushing these kinds of events. And most importantly, for all of you who have never presented before, this is a really good way to get your foot in the door, because will have presented at a CDF function. And when you go to apply to speak at these different functions, they oftentimes will say, have you spoken before and where's your video? So we're trying to give you all that platform for having a place to say, yes, I've spoken at this event and here's my video. Any questions around anything that I just went through in the quick?
So you're grooming us for putting us in front of 3,000 people online. Is that the idea?
Yes, exactly. That's the idea.
Do you trust this crew?
I trust you implicitly.
You won't know that happens until after the fact. So you got to be on your best behavior.
Well,
And how much
believe me,
swag do you get if you get 3,000 people? Is there like a grand prize or something?
if we get 3,000 people, Sasha, I will send you any of your favorite T-shirts from that T-shirt.
I'll take an Ortelius one.
We got to find out when our Artelius swag is going to be available. I've been trying to bug them to find out when it's going to be around. I'll ask them again today in the outreach meeting. But yeah, that's where we're at. Any questions on this event, or if you're presenting any concerns, Mooney, either one of you, if you're worried about doing this presentation, I want to help coach you through it. So we just need to schedule time.
Okay.
And I want to just walk through what you are going to be required to talk about. That way it gives you a little time to do some research and some learning. And then we can pull it together. And I actually sent you a blog on this topic. The blog that I sent as a reference is the same as I sent for Sergio, because Sergio needs to set you guys up to say these are the kinds of environments that we're seeing, and these are monolithic approaches. And when you read the blog, that will make sense.
Okay. So I don't know, when should we have the meeting?
That's a good
After
question.
we read the blog? Should we read the blog first and then
yeah.
get back?
So you got it's in the afternoon for you guys, right?
Yes.
Right now. My calendar has gotten. Can you do it Thursday at 9?
9 a.m.
9 a.m. my time, which is
A half hour from now, or
15 minutes.
from
Yeah,
now.
whatever time it is now for you.
Okay.
Let's do it at 8. Same time as today, 8:30.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll send you guys both an invite, and
Okay.
I will try to get a tool on here too.
Okay.
I just do it right now. Make it a Zoom meeting. Okay. I will send that to you as soon as we get off this call. All right. So that's all I had. And I'm pretty excited about getting all this done. Thank you, Siddharth, for getting me set up on the getting started on the badges. And Siddharth, do you want to say anything about the badging program while we have you?
Yes, what I would like to say is every person who has participated in this blogathon and eligible for the badge has now been issued the badges. There was some glitch regarding the bronze and silver, but now things in place. So please check your emails. Please check your spam emails also, because I saw emails going into the spam folders also. So now if you check it, you can post it, you can flaunt it on your LinkedIn, any other social networks. That is for now in terms of the badging. So we have issued everyone the badge. Yeah.
Great. Did anybody get one? Can anybody give feedback to Siddharth?
I know, but I did it in last few minutes. So if you not got chance to check it,
Okay.
please do so.
Okay, awesome.
My feedback is that I am going to queue for one of those badges. We should do something like a race or something like that. I don't know, to be until you get a legend.
Well, I have, so you guys can still see my screen. This is the spreadsheet that I'm using to track who is on course to get some level of a badge. So here are the requirements. If I pull, brown is bronze, silver is gray is silver, and then you have gold. These are for the champions. These are the first C through H. And then we have, and Steve hasn't finished doing this. He's got to update that. And then here are Siddharth's group, the ambassadors, from bronze through gold. So I'm starting to track this, so we have a way to know, you know, how close you are. So if you ever want to know, you just ask me, and I can tell you where you're at on that. So I'm starting to track it. And now that I have this tracking system, Siddharth can start tracking it, and Steve can start tracking it as well.
I think I can create based on this a really funny HTML with like a race, like a starting point at the end. We can just grab this name to the pictures we're going to have, and it's going to be fun. And people can just click on these photos and get, okay, this legend who is, and maybe the social network and stuff like that.
That would be great. That would be totally fun. Yeah.
Okay. I like to do fun. Well, it's still going to kill me because I just doing random random things and I'm not coding. But okay, I just going to put it maybe in the backlog for Saturday or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and we probably have a few more on here. The cool thing about it is we have 19 people already who are in line to get badges. So that's pretty huge. That's, you know, that's great involvement. I mean, we have about 120 people total members. So we're doing about, you know, 15% of participation out of that membership, which is actually quite good. And we have new people coming on. So I think that the number of people will be increasing. And now that we actually have it official and you know what you have to do to get there, it'll be easier to do it. Now, to get to this legend over here, you have to have bronze in both, right? So you have to have, if you're a bronze legend, you'd have to have both a bronze and an ambassador and a bronze and champion. So to get to the bronze level is not easy. It's hard. I'd say Sasha is on track for getting that done. And I think Owen is on track for getting that done as well. So there's a few of you who are thinking about being legends.
Is that because I talk too much in the channel?
That's because you've learned how to, you talk too much and you learn how to break get. So that means you're doing a lot of work.
That's like 90% of my day job.
I'm not supposed to create headaches. I'm supposed to fix headaches.
And I have to say that I think our badges are pretty awesome. Everybody wants to have an Evil Lord badge. I'm serious. So thank you, Sergio, for creating our badging images. They're fun, and I had fun putting them up there. There was one other thing that I was going to suggest, and now I have forgotten. Oh, if we think that, you know, I'm not going to make this where everybody can edit this, but if I should make this shared, I'm happy to do that. So everybody can view it. And then Steve, Siddharth, and Neetu will be the ones who have access to it. And we've got to follow up with Neetu. I'm not sure what happened to her. I'm going to email her and find out if she's okay. I know she took 6 weeks off. I'm not sure what was going on.
Let me know if Neetu is not there. I can issue the badges on behalf of Neetu, at least to the people selected.
Yeah, Steve's got some work to do over here. He's got to go through Git analytics and find out where people are on the pull request, because we've got a lot and there's nobody listed here, so he still has that to do. But this is our race here. And then
yes, once you start sharing on social medias, don't forget to tag Ortelius on LinkedIn or Twitter for two things, so that we can reshare, tweet, or link it or comment on it. And yes, the Ortelius gets a bigger, better reach.
Yes, and be sure that also on that same note, you should have, we like to track you as well. So what happened here? Go back.
Track you as in the Ortelius contribution, track you nothing in person.
Yeah, so being able to cross tag on Twitter and LinkedIn. So
And
we
be sure you
will.
be sure you have your social handles posted out here, because I do, as on Twitter, I try to follow everybody as well. So be sure, and everybody has access to this. So you just have to don't put your email, just put your LinkedIn and put your Twitter handle. And Discord would be helpful, and GitHub, because then we know who it is that's doing stuff. And
Can
on
you share
that,
the link in the chat box? Sorry, can you share the link in the chat box?
absolutely, I will do that.
And then stop sharing. I'll go over GSOC.
Oh, I know. We had sad news on,
Well, we'll
GSOC,
see.
no, Google season of docs, we did not get accepted. It was a long shot. We tried. I thought we'd get together a fairly decent proposal, but we did not get accepted. So we still have the documentation that the ambassadors are going to have to take on, I think.
So this is the Slack channel for the GSOC, and it looks like they finally closed out the proposals. We did get 2 proposals coming in, and Jenkins had 18. One of the things that's happening right now is they're trying to figure out how to divvy up the which projects are going to get which students. Oleg from the Jenkins side looked at the at least one student that we were going to get that asked to be a contributor, or a mentee for the GSOC, and he said that that person wasn't qualified. So I have to find out what's going on, that these decisions are being made for us, and we don't really have any input. If you look at what's happening.
I think there was some issue with the proposal, that what Oleg was mentioning in the comments as well.
Yeah, it's it has to do with the proposal was very lightweight, and it's kind of confusing on what they're wanting people to do. So let's see here.
So I had checked a couple of proposals for Jenkins. So I found that they needed more details, like how you're going to implement this, all those things. So it required a continuous connect with the community.
Yeah,
so
it's interesting. It's interesting because they want a proposal how to implement something, but we never really, when we were asked to submit our side of things to GSOC, that we were given like 5 lines of a README to submit. So the information was from our side to the students was very light. So it's a little bizarre. So here's the first person.
And the other thing here is that we have part of our goal here in having this open source community is to build diversity. It's a major focus. This person's from Morocco. We would absolutely love to have this person. So we're going to have to find out, because I'm sure that maybe the Jenkins project, they're looking for more somebody with more technical background. We're happy to mentor as long as we're building the diversity. So we have to, we're going to have to sort out what happened there.
Yeah, so I was looking at the where they came from and some of their coding skills, which is exactly what we're looking for on our side. So Java, JS, Python, some basic knowledge of CI/CD for the visualization part was going to fit in perfectly. So that's why requested to be a mentor for this person. And let's see the other person. I did not see the. Yeah, I'm not
One
seeing the
query,
other
like, are
person.
sophomore students allowed to participate in G-Shock?
What was that?
Or second year students, sophomore, are they allowed to participate in G-Shock? Is something like that?
I think so.
I think any student can. So, but they've closed down the applicant application process. So it's now into the decision-making process. But I'm not quite sure on how the CDF is going to handle it overall. You know, it kind of sounded like, based on what was happening on the Slack channel, that Jenkins wants all the all the people that applied, you know, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens in the next week or so as part of that process. I can't remember what the next timeline is.
It was, I think so, 30th or something, or like 23rd.
Yeah, so the third is slot processing. Is kind of what we have going on next. So the student application just finished.
But you went ahead and accepted that one person, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens from there.
Okay.
So it's kind of the process that's going on there.
Well, next Tuesday we'll have to chat about it at the TOC. That's where this would be
right.
brought up.
How many slots do we have, you know, overall for the CDF Foundation?
That's what I'm not sure on. I don't recall that they've given us the number of slots that we have to fit into. That's what we'll find out at the next TOC.
Yeah, I don't know how many total the CDF is getting.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's 22 proposals, I think. They said there's 2 for Ortelius, but I only saw 1.
So like one guy did, I think so, didn't submit the final proposals. That's why we can't see that.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's happening on that front. We'll see what happens as this moves along through the CDF. So, but we have somebody I think that would, for what we're working with, and as far as our visualization proposal, that I think we have a good candidate. It's not going to be overly technical. It's not going to be, you know, we can make it easy and hard as we need to fit up with the student. And need to was ready to run with setting out, you know, like the project details and stuff, timelines. But I told her to hold off on that for now until we actually find out what the CDF is going to, what we're doing from the CDF side.
So we might have one project. Let's hope we do. That would be great. And the visualization project is a really good one for that particular individual because they can just focus on it on their own with one mentor. And it would be great for us to be in there. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that happens. And on that, before we end, it's 9:01, so we're 1 minute over. There's some new folks on the call today. If you could just introduce yourself.
Hi there. So I'm Mimi Terrace. I live here just right now in Germany. I'm software engineer. I'm happy to be here, invited to join you. I would really love to contribute as soon as possible. So let's see if I get some tasks and how quickly I can dig into and participate on this project. Thank you very much for the invitation, and once again, glad to be here.
Well, we're super happy to have you. Taras has programmed his entire career. So he, you know, we're hoping that he can serve as a mentor to some of you who have less coding experience. I'm so happy to have Taurus join because we do need more mentors in the coding realm. So Taurus, we're so looking forward to having you mentor some of the new folks that are just getting into this business.
Thank you.
And Neil, why don't you introduce yourself to this group, because this is a little bit bigger group than yesterday.
Yeah, hello everyone. This is Neil. I'm located in Beijing right now. Actually, this is my second time to attend this meeting. I attended the meeting last night, and I have worked about 4 years, and I'm working as a software engineer since time. Yeah, I hope I can make some contribute to this project.
Perfect.
And Neil, thank you for being here. And I so apologize for missing 2 of our calls.
No problem.
I had 2 calls I had that ran into a call with Neil. So I apologize. And I'm glad that Baca was able to reach out to you.
Okay.
And what time is it what time is it for you right now?
It's 11 o'clock in the evening. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you closer to the Australian time?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, we have a on the architecture meeting, we have on every other Thursday, we have an Australian time zone meeting. So if that works better for you, you might think about joining that one. So you'll see 2 architecture meetings on Thursday. Like if you look for next Thursday, there'll be one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So one's going to be like 11 o'clock for you, and one's probably going to be earlier. It's I
Like
don't know.
8 or 8:30 in the
Yeah, it's
morning.
probably going to be around between
Yeah,
7 and
in Beijing time it will be 6:30. So I'd prefer to attend the
okay.
The evening one.
Okay.
And then it looks like we have a Ganda.
Well, Ganda's been here before.
Oh.
But Ganda, it's good to see you back. How is your how's your hand?
I'm recovering. It's interesting. It hurts at the end of the range. So I used to be like a T-Rex with just one short arm. So now I'm more than an arm, but you reach out and you try and pick something up. You go, oh no, I'm not strong enough yet. So I'm getting there. But it's an experience.
Ganda has had the same problem that many of us who are sitting on a typewriter or sit at a keyboard all day long. That carpal tunnel experience.
Yeah, I had rotator cuff surgery this time around.
Oh, geez. Well, get better. I'm glad to see that you're back and get better.
It's good.
Anybody else have anything else, or we'll just wrap up for today?
One last thing for my.
Yes.
So like me and Aditi were planning to have a podcast like in this month. So like Siddharth had mentioned in the previous outreach. So we need some more folks to like experienced folks with us. So we are planning to do a DevOps podcast, basically introduction 101 to DevOps and how it is impacted the business. So if anyone interested can join us, that would be great.
And when is that?
We have to like schedule a call and get along. So in this month.
All right, so just reach out to you if you want to be part of it. How long are the podcasts are you gonna like a 10-minute podcast or a 5-minute, or what's your thought on that?
I was thinking about 10 to 15 minutes, and also like if somebody can help, like how should we get started to maintain the voice quality over the podcast.
Okay.
Equipments.
Yeah, I'm happy to do a call on it and participate in any way you need us.
Yeah, I think in the past we've just done them over Zoom, right, Tracy? The podcasts.
Yeah, but there's other podcast platforms that we could be looking into. And I think if you even use Twitch, you can record the audio and post it as a podcast as well. So I think we should take some time to look to see what would work the best. But there's some online tools that are free online tools that you can create some interesting podcasts. I'll take a look at some of the ones the CDF is using because I think they're all free.
Yeah, there was one. Was it on there? Try to remember.
Well, if you want to use Twitch, just let me know. I have up and running with Twitch.
We need to get a Twitch. Steve set up a Twitch channel. I would like to start using Twitch more often. I'd like to sort of move things to Twitch, to be quite honest. I'd love to move things to Twitch for our May 20th, but I don't think we have time to learn it and figure it out. Especially the Zoom part of it. It'd be great if we could broadcast that on Twitch as well, just to start getting start using that channel. I don't know anything about it, so I'm a terrible one to.
Well,
for leadership
I'll
on it.
handle that because the Twitch part is just the broadcasting piece. So you can just stream over there. It's more the OBS and or OSB. I can't remember which one.
OSB.
Yeah, the plywood.
OBS.
The so that comes more into play when you can put like your image and then have the PowerPoint and play in the background and those types of things. So that's going to be more more what we're going to be utilizing, and that just allows you to go ahead and pre-record, and then on the Twitch channel you just literally you just start broadcasting, and you literally it's like Facebook Live. It's just another avenue to present your Zoom channel, basically. So it's easy to hook together. Getting the recordings done and everything sorted out, and with the right intros and stuff like that is going to be where the work is going to be at.
Yeah, and I did create a PowerPoint template for those of you who need the template. You should have gotten it in an email by now.
Remember, Steve, I was going to record this lab with these two. I'm going to create some introduction, closing, and change the scene. I'm going to try to make it with Ortelius, and maybe we can join that with the template for the presentation and share that to people can reuse it on the edition. Or maybe if someone needs help, can just share the video and we can start reusing that.
Sounds good. Perfect. Anybody have anything else? We're slightly over today. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, and we'll be in touch.
Okay. Thanks, all.
See you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.